We have seen that how we can transport proteins out of a bacteria, especially if they belong to gram-negative species. Now we have a more simpler system, which is gram-positive bacteria. So in gram-positive bacteria, we don't have a periplasmic space. Instead, we have just a single membrane to cross. So it is an easier system for a protein to cross. Therefore, a lot of industrial units, a lot of biotech industry relies on gram-positive bacteria because they don't want to deal with the complications which are brought by having a two-membrane system. So, Bacillus subtilis is sort of a bacteria of choice for many industries. On the right-hand side, the circular, what you are watching is basically a cross-section of this bacillus. Now, in this particular image, on the left-hand side, you see some bacteria are stained red. But inside the red dots, inside the red bacterium, there is a blue forming, sort of blue-colored structure as well. And some bacteria are only showing blue color. These are bacteria which are forming endospores. Now, what do we mean by spores? So, spores are basically a sort of system that if bacteria doesn't have food, if bacteria doesn't have appropriate nutrients, it goes into this non-vegetative state where it stops growing, but it can live forever. So, when we say that we have to use pasteurized milk, where it goes to a certain huge temperature under pressure, that's why we do it, because we want to kill the sporulating bacteria as well. तो इससे आपको ये समझ आ गया कि ग्राम पॉजिटिव बैक्टीरिया हम क्यों, यानी कि उनको मारना कितना जरूरी होता है और कितने वो स्टेडफास्ट हैं. लेकिन in industry we love them because it's easier to transport proteins out of them. They have a very similar secretory system and there are a lot of similarities with gram-negative bacteria. Similarly, they have type 1, which is ATP binding cassette transporter, type 2, which is a general pathway, sec-dependent. That is the major secretory pathway. Then we have type 3, which is a bit different than the rest, known as oligolysin-dependent translocation. They don't have a type 4 secretion system. And type 5, which is an autotransporter, is also there, which includes a beta pore forming domain. Then we have TAT, twin arginine transport, and SRP, which is signal recognition particle, are also present. So they have all the same systems and only two differences. One I have mentioned here, which is the type 3, and now a very newly discovered type 7 system. So let's look at how type 1 system works. So type system, you can see that in gram-positive bacteria, if I look at all the three systems together, type 1 system is mostly used for bacteriocins. Now we know bacteriocins are small peptides which are antibacterial in nature. And type 2 is the majorly used transport system which throws out actually larger size proteins. And it has an N-terminal signal. So there is a difference. And that's the difference I want you to recognize. So for example, if your protein is, you want it to come out from a type 2 system, you would give it an N-terminal signal. But if your protein you want to use type 1 system, then you will give it a C-terminal signal. तो जो आपने एक छोटी सी पेप्टाइड लगानी है इसके ऊपर, इसके साथ क्लोन करनी है, जिसने बेसिकली इसको बताना है कि मैंने कौन सा गेट यूज करना है. प्रिटी मच बाज़ औक़ात आपने ऐसे फंक्शंस अटेंड किए होंगे जिसके ऊपर एक शादी और शादी पे बहुत ज्यादा लोग आए हुए हैं, तो बाज़ औक़ात वो ना गाड़ियों को डिफरेंट कलर बैजेस दे देते हैं कि आपने राइट गेट से जाना है, आपने लेफ्ट गेट से जाना है. तो बेसिकली दैट्स वाई अगर आप इसको एक ऐसा झंडा दे दें जो सी टर्मिनल पे लगा हुआ है, देन इट विल गो थ्रू टाइप 1 सिस्टम, और अगर आप ऐसा झंडा दे दें जो एन टर्मिनल पे लगा हुआ है, वो टाइप 2 सिस्टम से गुजरेगा. इसी तरीके से जो टाइप 5 ऑटो ट्रांसपोर्टर है, जो बीटा बैरल पोर बनाता है, वो स्टेफाइलोकोकस का अल्फा टॉक्सिन उसको यूज करता है. तो दीज आर द थ्री मेन सिस्टम्स. बट वन थिंग इज वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग In this particular diagram, you can see that what are the differences between gram negative, gram positive and cytotoxic lymphocyte. अभी मैं cytotoxic lymphocyte पे इसलिए नहीं जाऊंगा because we'll discuss it in future when we will be discussing eukaryotic systems. But that is something for you to bear in mind, especially two membranes हैं, यहाँ पर आपके पास सिर्फ एक membrane है. Now, I also want to delve a bit deeper into how cytolysin mediated translocation happens. You have an NAD dependent glycohydrolase. So NAD dependent है, इसका मतलब है it will be an oxidoreductase enzyme. तो SLO streptolysin इसके अंदर होती है और ये genes इकट्ठे हैं and they are transcribed together. These both proteins are exported by sec dependent secretory process. और जो SLO है, this is the protein जो pore forming protein है और ये क्या करती है, ये कोलेस्ट्रॉल के साथ बाइंड करती है. और जैसे ये कोलेस्ट्रॉल के साथ, यानी कि कोलेस्ट्रॉल आपको पता है आपकी मेम्ब्रेन्स में होता है, तो जैसे कोलेस्ट्रॉल के साथ बाइंड करती है, इट स्टार्ट्स टू ओलिगोमराइज. क्या नेचर ने क्या खूबसूरत सिस्टम रखा है कि आपका एक मोनोमर जाता है, वो कोलेस्ट्रॉल को डिटेक्ट करता है, कोलेस्ट्रॉल के साथ बाइंड करता है और अपने बाकी सब यूनिट्स रिक्रूट करके एक पोर बना लेता है, विच बेसिकली अलाउज द ट्रांसलोकेशन ऑफ अदर प्रोटीन्स. More recently discovered, the type 7 system is specific to gram-positive bacteria and other organisms where we have only single membraned organisms. So, for example, mycobacteria have a cell wall that is heavily modified by lipids, which we call as a mycomembrane. As a result, the genomes of these species are encoding a family of specialized secretion systems जिनको हमने अभी इकट्ठे करके उनको हम T7 secretory system कह रहे हैं, लेकिन हो सकता है फ्यूचर में थोड़ा चेंज हो जाए when we fully characterize it. लेकिन a lot of you who are listening to this course are actually doing a course in bioinformatics, and now you should be happy because ये जो type 7 secretory system है, that was first identified by in silico studies. कि उन लोगों ने इन सिलो को देखा, प्रोटीन की सीक्वेंसेस देखी और उन्होंने कहा देयर मस्ट बी अनदर पाथवे फॉर इट. और उन लोगों ने देखा कि जो क्लस्टरिंग ऑफ जीन्स है वो एक एनकोड कर रही है ऐसी प्रोटीन्स को जो लैक करती हैं सिग्नल सीक्वेंसेस. अल्टीमेटली दे केम अप विद अ न्यू सिक्रेटरी सिस्टम. सो दैट इज प्रिटी अमेजिंग कि आप इन सिली को काम करते हुए कितने अच्छे रिजल्ट्स लेकर आ सकते हैं. And basically they were able to confirm their hypothesis by sequencing of the M. bovis BCG gene, जिसका mutational analysis of the ESX1 cluster जो था, उससे उनको hypothesis confirm हुआ. And this ESX1 cluster was identified in Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Now ESX1 is also required for virulence and hemolysis in the fish pathogen Mycobacterium marinum and for conjugation in non-pathogenic species such as M. smegmatis. Usually ये जो mycobacterial genome है, ये 5 types of type 7 secretory system के gene clusters होते हैं, जो अपने एक दूसरे को उस तरह functionally complement नहीं करते. So pretty much अगर आपके पास एक gene cluster अलहदा भी हो तो it can yield a whole T7 secretory system. और closely related pathogens जिस तरह Corynebacterium, diphtheria है, आपको उसमें इस किस्म के clusters नजर आते हैं.